Welcome to this week's YouTube video. Today we are going to go over the December market statistics. I'm going to make it short and sweet for you guys. December was one of the slowest months that we've had in a long time. In December, believe it or not, we saw less activity in the market than we did back in 2020 when COVID was first announced. I'll let that sink in for a minute and then we'll get into the statistics. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you could, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you put a comment in the comment section down below, and I would be happy to answer whatever it is that you're inquiring about when it comes to your real estate needs. All right, to nobody's surprise, to finish off the year, everything was down from the year prior. With all of these interest rate increases happening in consecutive months and probably more towards the beginning half of 2023, it's no shock to anybody that we are seeing the average price down. We're seeing the days on market almost double what it was a year before. We're also seeing the amount of new listings significantly less than it was the year prior, and the amount of activity that actually happened in the market. So the actual sale volume from year over year. Now, December is generally a slow month regardless of what other factors there are at play. Obviously, in 2022, there's been some other factors that we have to consider with these interest rate increases. So some of these numbers might be a little scary to some of you, seeing a $100,000 year over year drop from December to December. But when we're talking from the peak of 2022 back in January, February till the end of the year, we're still up year over year. I believe it's 9%. So it's not horrible. If you purchased earlier in the year, you are probably in a difficult position. However, you got to keep paying off that mortgage, keep paying for that property, and eventually these prices will climb back up. We don't know when, and I don't foresee it being anytime in the near immediate future. For me, that would be the next 2 to 3 years, but nothing is off the table. As we've seen, in 6 to 8 months, prices can come back down very quickly, so who's to say that they won't go back up at the same rate eventually. When it comes to days on market, seeing 27 days on market from the 14 the year prior, it's actually a really good sign when it comes to balance. We're seeing some more balance in the market. Sellers are going to have to be a little bit more patient as they've had to start to learn coming into the back half of 2022. But it's really a really good thing. I think buyers are given the ability to make sure their conditions are being fulfilled, so to make sure the bank gives them full approval for their financing, make sure they review a status certificate potentially on a condo where you would have had to have gone in blind with this earlier in the year, and the buyers are able to do a home inspection. All of these three things definitely tilt towards the buyer's favor. However, I think it's really a good thing for the market as a whole. It's more beneficial to have a balance than it is to have it heavily favored in one direction or the other. If there's a balance, there's a give and take. If you're selling a property, you're very likely that you're going to have to buy a property no matter what the market. So the nice thing is you'll get to experience both halves of what's going on in the current market situation. If you think your market was on the property for a long time, there's definitely more properties that have been on for a lot longer. Today I've hopped on MLS and there was a property on there for over 200 days. So crazier things have happened. I wouldn't be too worried about 30, 45 days on market if that's what it takes to sell your house in today's market. Now, when it comes to the actual number of transactions, last year we had over 6,000 transactions, and this December we had about 3,100 transactions. Almost 50% less, just like the 50% increase of the days on market. However, it is all relative with what's going on currently. A lot of people are choosing to maybe postpone their home buying process until they can really get a grasp on what the market is doing. Whether this is a good or a bad thing for them in the future, we don't know. The market could start to go back up at any point in time, or it could be flat for the foreseeable future, or we could see a significant decrease from where we're at. Nobody really has a good grasp on what will happen in the future. If you ask 10 agents, you're going to get a split decision all over the place depending on what they're viewing, who they're talking to. But I think this market has a lot of really good opportunity for first-time buyers and families or individuals who are looking to move from their maybe starter condo or townhouse to a larger property, because they're going to have some equity hopefully built up, and they're going to be able to maybe get a nice discount on one of these properties. This has been your December market update. Let's hope that there's better news coming in the months to come. 2023 is going to be a very interesting year when it comes to what the real estate market is going to provide us. Is it going to be a slow year? Possibly. Is it going to provide us with as much entertainment, so to speak, as 2022 did? I hope not. News is one of those things that constantly gets pounded in our heads, whether it's social media, through on your computer, on the internet, in your inbox with another email from your friend or family member letting you know that the interest rates have risen again. But there's always great opportunities, and just know when you are in your perfect point to buy a house or to sell your house, don't let anybody else's opinion deter what is right for you, because everybody's situation is completely different. Thank you so much for watching today. I will see you in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye for now.